1943, in entering the Third Franciscan Order, attracted by the radical choice of God made by Saint Clare of Assisi, she took on the name of Chiara. Chiara recounts, "One cold winter morning, icy cold, my mother said to my little sister, 'Listen, we need milk.' We had to walk 2 kilometers to buy milk. It was so cold outside. You really freeze in Trent." And so my little sister said, "I don't want to go. It's too cold." Then my mother turned to my other little sister. They were really good, but you know how it is. My mother said, "You go because Chiara can't go. She has to study." But my other little sister said, "Oh, Mama, I don't want to go." Something inside of me told me that I should go. These things always come from God, you know. Good ideas come from God. And I said, "I'll go." So I took the bottle and went to fetch the milk. When I had gone about a kilometer, perhaps a little less than a kilometer, as I was walking down the road on my way to get the milk, and precisely because I had made an act of love, when you love God, God enlightens you, God manifests Himself. At a certain point, I felt that I had to stop because God was speaking to me. But, I repeat, He wasn't speaking to me with a voice, but in my heart. This is what He said to me, more or less. "You have only one life. Spend it well. Give yourself completely to me. Leave everything and come with me. Give yourself completely to me." I remember that I stopped because of this very strong inspiration, and I looked up towards heaven as if the voice had come from heaven, and I said yes. Then I went home and wrote a very ardent letter to my spiritual director saying, "I feel that God is calling me. God is calling me to give myself completely to Him." So he said, "Wait, we'll see what we can do." That letter was so ardent, so inflamed with the love of God that the priest, my spiritual director, replied to me, "All right, on such and such a day, come to church alone early in the morning at 6, and I will consecrate you to God for the rest of your life." I understood clearly that I could no longer turn back, and that for me, now there was God alone. December 7, 1943, Chiara committed her whole life to God forever with a vow of chastity, a date that would later be considered as the birth date of the Focolare Movement. May 13, 1944, Trent was bombed. Her house was destroyed and her family had to flee. Chiara Lubich decided to remain in the city to follow what was coming to life around her. She was offered a small apartment in Capuchin Square, which she would call La Casetta in memory of Loreto. There she would live with 4 of her first companions, Natalia, Josie, Graziella, Aletta, and so the Focolare was born. Some of the first companions of Chiara. The first diocesan approval of the movement was given by Carlo de Ferrari, Archbishop of Trent, who had recognized that here there is the hand of God. 1948, the first men's Focolare was opened in Trent.